Yo, uh, yeah, this movie came out a while ago, but I just didn't give a fuck. I'm gonna be completely honest. Didn't. Today we're talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Uh, yeah. So yeah, we both saw it. We just like our thoughts on we could. I guess you could talk about Ant-Man in general. And you could just talk about the film. What do
Yeah.
you like to see? Like,
So I feel like Ant Man is a series that I think could have been done a little bit better in terms of action, in terms of the character. Make it more interesting. I don't feel like it was a movie that was meant to be like big for some reason. I always every time when I got the vibe from it, it's like it wasn't too it wasn't it didn't feel like a
he
good.
more on some Spider-Man shit.
Yeah, I was thinking of it more there to get like a Spider-Man vibe from it. You know what I mean? Like kind of like good like fight choreographies, stuff like that. But the I guess the main character, I guess he's not like a fighter type dude. He's just like a gadget type dude who all he does literally he fights like a street like a regular dude, bro. You know what I mean? Like he just like gets big, he swings, he turns small. And like in the first one, it was kind of cool in the beginning, but then when you get to like the second one, you kind of get tired of seeing the same like fight sequence and how it's not like it's funny. So I ain't gonna lie, some of the scenes were funny, but in this particular movie that we're talking about right now, it wasn't really that funny at all, too. So it's like okay, if you're not gonna be like action packed cool, at least be somewhat funny. But this one, it wasn't even funny to me.
Oh yeah. We're skipping ahead a little.
But yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so what's it called? When was the last time you seen the first one? Was you only see? I guess you only seen it like once.
I seen the first one once, man. That was a long time ago.
Okay, so one fact, Ant-Man was supposed to be the first like Marvel movie in the MCU. Like it was it was in like production for years, like even before like years after it came out, like after Iron Man or whatever. Like he was supposed to be one of the first like superheroes in the Marvel universe, but they just never really like worked it out. There was always something going on behind the scenes. Um, the first movie, it was originally directed by I think his name's Edgar Wright, and he did like Baby Driver. Have you seen Baby?
Mm. Yeah, I like that movie.
Yeah,
Baby Driver is a good movie.
Shaun of the Dead. Like he does those type of act like not action comedies, but just comedies and like with some type of like substance to a degree. Like I really like his directing style. But like yeah, so like I guess like literally like so he recorded the first movie, and I guess like towards the end, like he just left. Like he just left like shit. So they gave it to somebody else. So like I think in my opinion for the first one, I think the first one was really good. I think it was really good. Like just the fact that it was it, it was a superhero movie mixed in with like um it was because this was prior to Marvel being so much comedy, which was like it was refreshing to see like only like Ant-Man and like the Guardians are like funny people, you know.
Yeah.
And, also, it was like a heist film, and like we never really seen something like that in like the Marvel like a superhero genre. So that's pretty cool. Like the fact that they were able to do that, and it wasn't like this big like oh like I'm trying to destroy the planet like type shit. It was just like a small, wholesome type story. Like he was just like a con who was just trying to like spend time with the daughter or whatever. Like
Hmm.
it was like a cool personal story, and I think that's where Ant-Man shines. In the second film, I think it failed to really like do anything pushing like Scott, which is like the Ant-Man, like anything to push his character or anything. It was the second movie was mainly it was pretty much just to like show off Wasp. Like
Yeah.
I mean, it was literally like her movie. He was just in it, and I think it was a downfall just because it does one of the tropes where it just kind of shits on the main character to make a new character look cool, and I hate when people do that. Like I hate. It's like She-Hulk does it, like
Mhm.
like Hawkeye, the show did it. It's like Loki. We don't gonna talk about that. Like shows do that where it's like I feel like that's like the weakest way to make a character look cool, like by just shitting on the main character or shitting on the person that we were like, the person that we fuck with. You bringing in this new character and making them better than anything they've ever done. It kind of I don't know, just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. So that's why I never really liked the second one. I think it's one of the second one is one of the worst Marvel movies.
It was dry, bro. All they were trying to do was like steal that suitcase. I don't even remember the main like goal of the what was inside that suitcase and what they were.
So yeah, I don't know. Just know literally that movie was just set up for the quantum realm and like the time travel aspect. Because at the end of the second film, the end credit scene is when he gets trapped into the quantum realm, and that sets up Avengers. And,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what the second film. So yeah, the second film super forgettable. Yeah, in my opinion, it was one of the worst Marvel movies. Just because it's crazy because like I right like Ant-Man and Doctor Strange. Right? When it comes to their first film, it's like wow, like it's not the greatest film, but I really like it. Like I like to see the potential. I like where it's going. And then the second film is like, oh no, let me just big up a new character just to make this nigga look trash. Like you know what I mean? It's like
Mm-hmm.
that's why I put those two films very close together in the terms of it really had nothing to do with the main character. Like there was no character arc, none of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was a lot of just setup for some future films. So yeah, what do you think about Quantumania? Niggas did not see that shit in the theater because I just didn't give a fuck. I know you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So I watched it. I would say the Quantum Mania was definitely better than the second one, 100%. I liked it. I enjoyed it more than the second one. What what made me like it more than the second one was more so of the villain rather than like what the main character was doing, because I still feel like I got the same idea from the second one from this third one. But I would say what I did enjoy about the movie was I did enjoy the whole concept of them showing the quantum realm a little bit more, because I remember you giving me like bits and pieces about the quantum how Ant-Man would go in the quantum world and stuff like that, but I didn't really understand that there was a whole world down there to the point where like they can probably make comic books about even that world, you know what I mean? Like there's so many characters in there. And then I also like the technology that Kang was using. You kind of get to see more of Kang's abilities and what he's capable of and his thought process. I wish it got a little bit more into his thought process as a villain, but like it kind of showed you like how kind of like serious of a fighter he is and serious of a villain he is. Like he doesn't hesitate. When he says something, he means it. I just wonder like what I like about it too is what I want to know what he knows that's gonna happen that they don't know. You know what I mean? Everyone's going crazy.
we find out because he died.
Yeah, yeah. We're not gonna find out. We're gonna find out, but it's gonna be like far down the lane of this phase.
Okay, so
And I thought he was gonna be the main one for some reason.
yeah. Um I really don't like this movie. Like I really don't like it.
So you like it? So you like? Do you like it better
No.
than the second one?
I so the thing about it is like they're both very bad movies, but they're both very bad in different ways. Um, and I think you're correct when you're saying Kang is the best part of the film, and I think it's mainly because of Jonathan, like the actor. You know what I mean? Like I just think we're not gonna speak on him beating women or whatever. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. But I'm just talking about like him as an actor. Like, he's actually really good. So like, you know what I mean? Like, he, even though he wasn't in this movie a lot, he still carried it, which is kind of crazy to think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the reason why I say they're both bad, but both bad differently, is because one, the second film was just a setup. So the second film, the reason why it had no substance or anything, it was just a setup for Endgame. And this movie, I don't like it because it is a setup. That's to one, but it also, nothing of importance happened in this movie. If you really break down, nothing happened in this movie. Nothing. Think about it. They sent King to the quantum realm so he wouldn't escape, and he didn't escape. So
Yeah.
what is the point? Why did they get together at the end?
I think it was just to put a footing on his character a little bit. Like, yo, who is this guy? Even though we already seen him before, I feel like they just wanted to like kind of amp him up before like the whole thing starts off. Really.
How do you amp him up if you have Ant-Man defeating him? How is that an amp up?
That is true. This dude was
He even said he's defeated Avengers before,
just for
but he lost to Ant-Man. So am I supposed to be scared of this nigga?
He killed like Thor and all that.
Am I supposed to fear this nigga? Like,
but you gotta keep in mind he had lack of resources at the time. Like he didn't have like what he had when he defeated the Avengers.
How do you
he got trapped there.
How do you know once he got the time machine, the machine back, he got his full power. He got his full power. That's how he was able to take over the quantum.
I would like to believe he didn't have his full power.
He had his full power. He just he couldn't escape. The whole point of the movie was him getting that orb so he could escape. He already had his full power.
Oh, I thought like he was at his full potential. I thought basically he's like, oh, I'm gonna get everything back. They exiled me. He got defeated.
So I guess like his power came from the suit or whatever, and that's how he was able to take over the quantum realm. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
How would he be able to take over the quantum realm if he had no power?
That is true. Even if he wasn't at full power, I still don't think Ant-Man should have been able to beat him. Because the way how he was moving in the beginning, bro, I was like, yo, all those powers and
didn't really make
the way how he would manipulate gravity, I was like, yeah, there's no way this dude can win.
Yeah, but it really makes sense, right? When you really think about it. Yeah. So nothing really happened. Scott Lang's the same person at the end of his daughter's the same person at the end of the film. Also, side note, daughter, one of the worst fucking characters. Like, just terrible. Like, the acting was ass. Like, the plot was ass. All that was terrible. Like, terrible. Like, I'm sorry. Like, she was like, I have to go on a little rant. Like, so she was mad at him for not continuing to fight. Like, you know how she said that? Like, she was like, oh, well, like, at least I'm still out here fighting for the people or whatever. That's like telling a veteran, like, I'm still out. Like, look at you just sat home by like not doing shit. At least I'm still fighting. That doesn't. Nigga saved the world. Like, he saved the fucking world, bro. Like, what? And then two, you know Ant-Man's not a genius, right?
Yeah.
So how the fuck is his daughter a genius?
I don't know, man.
He's not a genius, and that girl, the Wasp, isn't her mom.
Mom, yeah.
So her mom is just some random shorty. So it's like she created a portal to the quantum realm in his basement.
Yeah, they really OP'd her. But the thing is, like, people can be smart, bro. It doesn't matter who your parents are.
Yes, people can be smart. And then there's people who make Iron Man suits in their college dorms, like in fucking black.
But she was surrounded by those people.
But okay, so once she was getting help from Wasp and the father, and the grandpa. But
Yeah.
the grandfather said like she did it on her own for real. Like she did it on her own.
Yeah, but you don't think she didn't gain no knowledge from them? How long has she been in the vicinity of those people?
Well, I don't know if they got fucking obliterated with the Thanos snap. But let's say that was like 5 years of the blip. Which maybe she
like Hank didn't like mentor her while he was
never
gone.
mentioned anything about mentoring. And even if she was able to mentor her, he was able to mentor her. How he wasn't able to create it. You know what I mean? Like she created it on her own.
The thing is, some people just different brain works in different ways, bro. Like just because someone.
Why the point I'm trying to make is they're making a character smart without showing any of the
build up.
Like you know what I mean, or it's the trope of show don't tell. Like telling us she's smart. Oh my god, she created something in the basement. Like that's crazy. Like there was never any like, oh like damn, he never mentioned, oh my daughter's like a genius. It's just this is what it is now. Like she's just a genius. That's it. And she's probably gonna be in the Avengers. That's it. Like she ain't trained. She ain't earned nothing. She's in the Avengers already. I can tell. I know it.
The thing is though, like I think it's kind of hard just to always explain everything that's going on with every single character.
I don't think it's that hard. I think it's what it is it feels forced, and I don't like that. I don't like when it feels forced, and a lot of this movie felt forced. The quantum realm makes no fucking sense. How the fuck? And the mother. Throughout the whole movie, I can't talk about it. We gotta go.
Honestly, if I was like the husband, I'd be like, nah, you gotta explain what's going on right now.
She's down there fucking on niggas. She probably fucked Kang. Fuck Kang. That's a fact. I know she fucked Kang.
I had a feeling like that's a possibility.
It's like they said it in the beginning of the movie, like, oh, like we kept on asking you to like tell us about the quantum realm, and you just never told us. There is no way I can go to an alternate reality and like there's a whole like society, and like I know about this Thanos level nigga, and I'm not nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing about it. I just don't. It's like, oh no, I got PTSD. I can't talk about it. That doesn't.
But the thing is, what did she get like PTSD off of? She didn't really like. From what we've seen, she was there for years. That's pretty much all they really showed. They alluded to like there was like a war or something, but yeah. But the reason why I think the reason why I can't believe Kane was at his full powers because I can't believe how he lost. I was like, man, he got boxed out like that, and I just wonder like if he probably could have. If he had more resources, he would have been able to build like stronger technology for him to use. Because basically that's what his power is technology. It's not like he doesn't have any super abilities other than the suit he creates, right?
I don't know. I think he does have powers, but I don't know. But you know, it's different comics. Kang is okay. So we're supposed to compare him to Thanos, right?
Yeah.
So far, what we've seen this nigga die twice.
Yeah.
How is he supposed to be threatening? Like, how is he supposed to how are we supposed to take this nigga serious? That's what I'm saying. Just because we've seen a million of him, we're supposed to take this nigga serious.
The thing is too about this movie, they made it seem like this was gonna be the real one though.
This is what they call the start of Phase 5. Like this is and nothing happened.
Yeah, I thought this was gonna be the real one that they were gonna have to like. You know how like there's so many of them. I thought he was gonna be like the leader of the pack, and that's why he was exiled because he was such a dangerous foe. You know what I mean? That's because why else would you exile one of them? Like why not kill him? You know what I mean? So the way how like they showed the visions of him like taking over planets and stuff like that, and then they say like he was exiled from his own kind. I was like, okay, this might be the king that the Avengers are gonna be facing, even though there's thousands and billions of them. But maybe he's probably the worst one. But maybe he's not the strongest one. That's what they're insinuating, because they're not gonna start off with him just losing like that for no reason.
So like the way they implied like this king specifically is like he is the one, like, you know what I mean? So the fact that like he wasn't, it just kind of makes me feel like I don't care. Like,
or do you, or maybe it's like this. He is a mere mortal, right? And although he has the ability like to travel through time and all that, there's so many versions of him. So it's like technically like they're fighting Kang, but it's not. We can't look at it as one Kang. It's an army of Kangs.
so the issue I have with the multiverse is because it's starting to become inconsistent. And specifically because like when they're talking about the quantum verse versus the multiverse versus like, you know, how there's so many separation from like how does it work, like the quantum realm, you go in there and nothing, like no time has passed, or in one situation the mom went there and she was there for years, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other situation, Scott went there and only like 5 years passed. Like, does time work right there? Why the fuck are there humans there? Are they ever gonna explain why the fuck are there just random humans there? Like,
the guy mentioned that you're not human, and he said kind of.
that's not
I know that's not an explanation, but he's like, yeah, kind of. But
it's just like this is another secret like universe, like, or something secret that we've never seen before that they kind of just whipped out of their ass. That's how it feels.
What I was trying to think too when I was watching is like, is the quantum realm only one realm, or could it be like a multiverse?
Like, is there a multiverse in the quantum? Like,
yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like
what I'm saying about it being inconsistent is, why does all the Kangs look the same, but all the Spider-Man look different? Like, that's what I mean by inconsistency. How it's like they're just picking and choosing. Like, is all Professor X is gonna be that nigga, or are they gonna be?
I mean, they did look different. There was an Egyptian looking motherfucker.
And one had robot parts. It was still the same nigga, and then they pulled out, and there was an arena full of him, specifically him, which is funny because now that with the whole drama, I'm pretty sure they're gonna drop him, which is like they set this nigga up, and it's probably never gonna come to fruition. Like, we're probably never gonna fully see the potential of this character because of the situation that's going on with him. Like, he got dropped from mad movies. Like, I'm pretty sure he's gonna get dropped from Marvel eventually, unless
that's too. The thing is though, it's like that's too big of a drop though. Like, what they're gonna do if they drop him? Like, what could they do with his character? Like, what could they do with that whole build up?
It's the multiverse. They could just bring a white Kang. It's the same thing. You can't dispute it. You can't dispute it. Nothing. This is what I mean by it's like, it's very ass pully. There's no consistency. Like, zero. Like, how is this nigga been destroying timelines? How hasn't any of that caused incursions based on the Loki TV show? How is that not causing conversions? And it's just so much. It's just like, it just doesn't.
The thing is, you're saying that, but I thought that was a part of him destroying. I feel like the movies that we've seen wouldn't have been formed if Kang hasn't done what he's done. So that's the way how I look at it. I look at it as like he's done out everything, but the reason why we haven't seen the changes is because as an audience, of course, in reality, it's like they didn't plan that far ahead. But in reality, you wouldn't know if changes are being made. Like right now, like as we're speaking, say if Kang actually existed, like we could have lived a whole different life and we don't even know. You know what I mean? That's a part of the time realm. Like if you change something in time, the people living in time are not gonna see the changes that are going on around them. So I think the way how I look at the Marvel movies is that Kang's already done
So
made a whole bunch of changes.
So you talking about from Loki on, everything is based on King's plan? That's what you're saying, or like?
Yeah, no, not even since Iron Man, bro. Like, I'm not talking about when Loki's not like Kang's probably been around way before. When you think of it in like reality terms, like Kang's been there forever, bro. Like he's been there.
He's still human. What do you mean he's been there forever?
But you gotta keep in mind he's technically been there forever. If you can manipulate time, you can manipulate everything. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what time you started manipulating time. You're technically living time. Like you don't live in a linear timeline. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter when he started manipulating time. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. That's all cool and all, but yeah. That I forget his name. The actor. He did a really good job. He carried the character. I don't think it would have worked if it was anybody else. That's my opinion. I don't think.
Oh, you don't think it would have worked if it was not Jonathan Majors? Like he was the one for the job.
Yeah, I think so. But at the end of the day, this movie it's everything I don't like about Marvel, like jokes, the shitty CGI, the no character development, the final giant CGI battle, villain dies at the end. Like, this is like everything I hate about Marvel films. Like, I'm not saying it's worse than the second one, but I feel like they're so on par. Like, they're on par because I was bored of the second one. I disliked this one. It's just a true difference. Like, when it's different when Marvel sets up these certain expectations, like with Doctor Strange, like, oh, we're setting up the multiverse, and they truly didn't really set up shit other than showing off the Illuminati and that they all died, so that's irrelevant. And then they talk about this, how this is the beginning of phase 5, and how we're introducing you to Kang. It's like, that's not really the King we're gonna be following, is it anyway? So are you really introducing us to him?
That's the thing though. I feel like you gotta look at King as a group rather than an individual.
No, I won't do that. I won't do that. No, that's stupid. You want to know why that's stupid? It's stupid because what makes a villain enticing, like even with Endgame, I didn't like that they brought back old Thanos. I felt like it would have been a better battle if it was like OG, like it makes sense that they killed him in the beginning, so like the old Thanos popped back, but it was just like that fight between them was between like a younger version of Thanos, and I don't know, it just felt a little off. Where it's like all the build up, from it would have just made more sense if maybe he wasn't, if there wasn't like a council of him, but it was just like, you could kill me now, but I'll probably come back because I'm a time traveler. Like, I'm hopping in between time. I would have enjoyed that versus them making like an army of them, because one their plan didn't it worked. So like, what is the issue? That Kang never left. So doesn't that, I mean, since there's an infinite amount of universes, does that mean there's going to be another evil Kang or a Kang that's stronger than them? It's just like this. There's a level of disbelief that I could have, and I lost it all when he died at the end of the film. Like, I had a little sliver of like, oh, okay, like they're just gonna escape and he's just gonna stay and he's gonna eventually break out. You know what I mean? Like, but the fact that they killed him shows me that it doesn't. None of it really matters. Like, you know what I mean?
Me, I was hoping that he was gonna come out of the ball and then like he was gonna be able to like fucking still get out.
That's it. Like, that's all they really needed to do. or like
Yeah,
end credit scene where his arm sticks out or something, like anything where,
yeah.
oh, he didn't lose to Ant-Man, bro. Like they were over there squabbling, bro, punching each other. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on.
And you realize too though when he was punching with that one hand that had the actual suit on, he was giving him the blows, and I was like, how is he getting up after when he hits him with that arm, bro? Like he was getting folded. He's a regular human being. Scott's a regular human being. So I was surprised, especially when he was punching him in the face without the helmet. I was like, yo, he should be done. Like he should be done.
Yeah. Also,
I thought it would have been even been ill if like he nuked him, bro. If he killed him, bro, and he just got out.
yeah, if he killed Ant-Man, that would have been
Yeah,
that would have been a way better ending.
that would have been crazy, bro.
But the big Modoc, the big face ass nigga,
Yeah.
the villain from the first movie, which I thought was cool, but I just like when there's like full circles. That's just something I enjoy in films and in media and whatever. Just like full circles. Like you saw something in the beginning. I like that. I think that's cool. What I didn't like was they turned him into a joke. And just don't be a dick. Oh, okay. I guess I won't be a dick today.
Yeah.
Like, what was the point? That's like my main question for this film. Like,
I feel like, honestly, I knew you were gonna bring that up. It's for the kids, bro. I don't know what else to say.
Hold on, guys. Oh, you talking
The
about
comedy,
like
the comedy was for the kids. I feel like they're trying to make it kid friendly, and that's kind of ruining the film in itself. Right. Because it made no sense for him just to change sides like that at all. And then like he just says, "Oh, we were brothers. Oh, we were Avengers."
And they try to make it like heart wrenching, and then they laugh at him. So it's like the tone switches is just so drastic. Like it's not as bad as in Thor: Love and Thunder, where the bitch is like, "Yo, I have cancer," and they're just like, "Ha ha ha ha!" Like, you know what I mean? Like they're just making fun of, like, you know what I mean? It's like the tone is just so drastic, and I think the tones in this film is very drastic. I think this film would have been. Imagine if they go to the quantum realm and it's like a horror film, like it's scary, like, you know what I mean? Like not like this, like, oh, this Honey I Shrunk the Kids ass fucking. You know what I mean? Like. I don't know.
They're trying to make it kid friendly. That's my opinion. They're just trying to make it kid friendly, and because they view Marvel as for kids at the same time rather than just for adults. So they wanted to be more guided towards the kids.
And in my opinion, the best parts of the first two films was like his crew that he had, like Michael Pena, T.I., and then it's not here.
Yeah, they're gone. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't like this movie. I'll never watch it again.
I'm not really butthurt about it because I got what I expected.
I'm not butthurt. I would have. The thing about, I had no expectations for this movie, so it's not like I was going in upset. It's one of those things where I'm watching it and I'm not liking what I'm seeing. Like, I'm just not liking it.
No, I hear you.
Like, there was nothing like I was falling asleep. Like, it was just so dry. Like, it was just like, yeah. Yeah. I give this movie like a 4.
One thing I was gonna say 4 too, but one thing I saw that was kind of strange. That girl with the staff, how did she just know the code to open the like the cell door? It was just weird. She was like, and she just opened it. I was like, there ain't no explanation at all. At least the second time when they did it, the guy was able to read the person's mind. But there was one scene where she just opened it, like she just knew it.
She's just one of those characters. Like, you know, you always need a badass female character that just does everything. And well, like, I'm not upset at it. I'm just thinking, you know, they could have definitely done a better job. Because I don't know her name. I don't give a fuck to know her name. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Do you want me to care about this character? I'll probably never see her again or something.
No. I
Yeah,
just found this. I just found that kind of strange too. But
yeah. That's all I really have to say about this.
they definitely should have made that movie a loss. That's what I feel like it should have been. Since you're introducing that guy, bro, it's like, and we know he's gonna be the main villain towards the end of the movie. They should have made that first like encounter a loss. Like, yo, like,
But
sun's coming.
about another person, it's the
I
same.
really thought that was gonna happen when they were fighting at the end. I was like, oh, so he's about to die, or he's just gonna get like his life like beaten to death, and then he's gonna throw him through the thing, and then he was gonna hop through it, and then it's like you guys shouldn't have done what you did, and he was just gonna ghost them, just leave because he didn't have his full power, or some shit like that. I don't know. I thought that's what was gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you know, it's just another Marvel movie. I think. I feel like that's just like the best way to put it. It's just another Marvel.
But you alone did not like. A lot of people are saying it's bad,
Yeah.
which I don't get. Cause didn't a lot of people say the second one was bad?
No, I think people said the second one was mid, not bad. But that was during the hype of Avengers. It's like niggas went to go watch. I didn't, but niggas went to go watch Captain Marvel. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it was shoved in between. Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel was shoved in between Avengers. Niggas was watching it. Period.
Well, I hope this is like a wake up call. Like, you can't just keep on making
The
movies.
past few movies have been a wake up call for them, and even Guardians of the Galaxy, which it came out last week, it's not doing that well. So it's like there's the past 3 years of Marvel, you know. So and they've even addressed it where it's like they said they were gonna like slow down on the production, like when it comes to like dropping so much shit. But it's like you gotta look inwards, man. You know, you gotta look within yourself. You know, it's like this is clearly something going on. There's something wrong with the structure, not like what it actually is. It's like when people say like there's superhero fatigue, and I disagree. I just think people just don't like shit movies, and there's been a lot of shit movies recently. And when there's a lot of shit movies like fucking Harley Quinn and fucking like what's it called?
You said Harley Quinn. I actually like Birds of Prey.
Because you're a sheep. Or you,
Cause I'm a sheep.
like, yeah, that movie was terrible. That was one of the worst fucking movies ever. Definitely. What's it called? The vampire Morbius nigga, like Venom. It's these middle of the line shitty movies that are kind of muddying the water with all the good movies there, like Joker or like Batman or like, you know, like
Venom was actually really bad. Morbius, I would say, is mid.
but like what I mean is like these movies that they're putting out, it's muddying the water for good movies to come out.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna be it. Hopefully they learn before it's the downfall of Marvel and like just the superhero genre in general. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say about that, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
We out, man.
See y'all later.
Glamour of wearing diamonds. Diamonds bring status, elegance, and prestige. Their brilliance makes